This is a video tutorial on how to use the Cricut Maker 3. The first thing to get started is go to cricut.com/setup. Select that you have a cutting machine and download the software. The software will appear as an icon on your computer after it downloads. So you'll launch that. And then you can make a new project in the top right-hand corner. And there are all kinds of preset options on the left-hand side, from templates to shapes to images to text. Today, I want to upload an image that I've already created to use. Once I'm in image upload, I upload, and then you can see where your upload lands. Select your upload, and then on the right-hand side, click Add to Canvas. Okay, now at the top of this, you can see that it's a ruler, and it tells me that my image is over 8 inches and the length of it is over 12 inches, and that is too big for me. I do not want this image to be that large, and so I am going to scale it down to a more manageable size. I think 8 inches long would be plenty. It's going to be over 4 inches, almost 5 inches across. And that's about how I want this to come out. I'm going to make sure that my piece of material that I'm using is long enough. My piece of material is going to be 9 inches, so that is going to work out just fine for me. And so then on the right-hand side, you're going to click Make It. Okay, it's going to ask how you will load all of your materials for this project. On the left-hand side, your first option is Cricut Smart Materials. Those are very expensive. And so I found that I can buy a generic off-brand called Sizer. And Sizer is much cheaper. In fact, I found this on clearance. You can find it for, I found mine for under $5. With this material, I do need to use a mat. And so I'm gonna select my mat. My mat is 12 inches long by 12 inches wide. And so we're gonna select, that's the standard size. So we're gonna select that one, and we're going to confirm it. And now it's going to show me what this is going to look like on my mat. It's going to show me a picture of exactly what my mat looks like. This is exactly what my mat looks like. And so I get an idea of how it's going to fit and how it's going to cut. If I am doing a heat transfer, especially if there's text on my heat transfer, like for a shirt, you are going to want to mirror the image. You want it to be backwards so that when you iron it onto the shirt, it ends up forwards. I do have a heat transfer material that I am using. For this particular one, it probably doesn't matter whether it is forwards or backwards on the shirt. It wouldn't be a big deal if I didn't click this button. Because there's no text, but I am going to go ahead and click mirror. And so it's going to create it in the reverse. And then I'm going to click continue. And here is a really important step. It's going to say to continue, please connect to your maker. And so I did that before I ever set up. but I have not turned my Cricut on. And so I'm going to open the top of it, the bottom's going to fall down, and I'm going to press the on button. Okay. Now it is asking me for a set base material. Many of these say Smart Iron-On. Those are Cricut specific products. They are thicker than what I have purchased, and if I choose them, my design will be carved all the way through and it will not work out well. And so I want to click Browse All Materials. Oops, Browse All Materials. And there are so many materials, but I can find mine because they are by the type. This says artboard, then there's cardstock, fabric, lots of fabrics, felt, foam, foil. I have an iron-on, and my iron-on it's a holographic iron-on, but if you look over here, the C means that it's a Cricut product, and mine is not a Cricut product. And so I have a non-Cricut heat transfer, and it is holographic heat transfer. And so I'm going to click one of these two. I've had good luck with the non-Cricut one, so I'm going to choose that one. And I'm going to click Done. The last thing I'm going to do, because I do not want the mistake of it going all the way through the product that I bought, is I'm going to change the pressure to less. And that is going to ensure that it does not end up stuck to the Cricut board when I'm done. Okay, now it's going to say Load Tools and Materials. And so at this point, I need to peel off the plastic cover that's over my mat. My mat is sticky. And it's sticky so that my product stays on it and stays flat. And so then I have my product. I need to make sure that it goes so that it's 12 inches wide. And what I want to do with it is I want to make sure that I get it in the center. I'm going to curl my product up like a U. And at 6 inches, which is the middle, I'm going to lay it down. I'm a little short at the top. Okay, and then I have to make sure that this is all the way on and smooth. So I'm going to take just an old gift card or a credit card and get all of the air out. Sticks to it nicely. Okay. Okay. All right, now I'm ready to come over to my machine, and we're going to load it. And we're going to press the loading button, and it's going to measure what I've put on. It's going to make sure that what I put on is long enough. And then I'm going to press go. Now, one thing that I didn't say is that you always put your product shiny side down. And so you are looking at the back side of the product that's being made. You're looking at the reverse. And this machine is probably going to run now for several minutes. Once your machine stops cutting, you press the roll out button and remove your sheets. And now comes the fun part. You are going to peel this off your mat. And hopefully we hit the pressure just right. There's that nice shiny side. Oh, there, you can see. If you can see it or not. Oh, there comes the design. It's pretty cool. Recover your mat so that it doesn't stick to everything else and get dust all over it. Got a little dust on it. Got some dust on it. Pick it off of it. Next up is a tutorial on how to make a camera. Okay, and then I'm going to lay this back on there. Reprotect that so I put my product back away. So the last step is to take a weeding tool. On the back side, take your weeding tool, something sharp, and pull away the sections that you want to be see-through.